That is no big deal. I would still have to know the formulas, I still have to know how to work the formula, but I thought that the world would say your degree isn't valid because you got help. And that's why hidden disabilities frequently remain hidden. Now, I would like to just take a moment here. Would you all be willing to enter into a little experiment with me for a second? Would you? Okay. I would like everybody who's a tab, remember that's a temporarily able body, I'd like you to raise your left hand and just point it out like that. And all of us that know that we have disabilities, take your right hand and point it out like that. Okay. No.
Me?
Yes?
Yeah.
Left hand, right hand?
Right hand, I'm disabled.
Disabled, okay. All right. And right hand or left hand?
Left hand.
Left hand, good, super. All right, super. Thank you very much. As you can see, in this room, we have more people who came in who are disabled versus people who are able-bodied. Challenged people versus tabs. In the United Kingdom, they say it's 1 out of 5 is identified as disabled, as challenged. But they're not counting the hidden disabilities. It's much higher. This room is higher. This room is probably more representative than what really exists out in the world. It's amazing. Sometimes I'll do this exercise, and I'll have all the people say that they're tabs, and half of them will be wearing glasses. And I'll just have to say, I'm sorry, you have to switch over to the other side, because frankly you're using an aid. You have leveled the field by wearing glasses. We have to look at that. See, there's nothing wrong with leveling the field. We do this when we play golf. We have the formerly acceptable term, but now not acceptable term, of handicap. Golf players think having a handicap is okay because at the end we tabulate the scores and it seems to be a little bit more even based upon our skill levels. Well, we need to do that in the workplace. And the Disability Discrimination Act of 2005 puts the onus on the line manager to help level that playing field through compassion and awareness and understanding and sharing. What the line manager has always tried to do is get the most production out of the resources they have. That's what they get paid to do. So how do we do this? Oftentimes it's a minor adjustment in the workstation. Sometimes, let's just take depression. You have depressed people who will report frequently, I can't get to sleep until 2 in the morning. I couldn't get to sleep until 3 in the morning. And yet, we want them to come in, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed at 9 a.m. What would happen if we just gave them some flex time, let them come in at 10:30, let them work an hour and a half later at the end of the day, things would be all done. They could work at a higher level of production because they wouldn't be so exhausted, they wouldn't be so tired. Simple adjustments. Here's another one that people fail to oftentimes consider. We have people who have flare-ups with their challenges. They seem to be fine for several weeks at a time, then all of a sudden, getting to work is the challenge, and not working. What do they do most of the time at work? They sit by a computer and they answer a telephone. Why can't they do that at home? Most homes have a computer and they have a telephone. Let them do the work at home. The challenge is getting to work, not doing the work. And a line manager will find that production will soar as people are allowed to make the adjustments. Now, let's not forget another group of people that the Disability Discrimination Act itself does not identify, but the case law does, and that is our unsung heroes in our society. The people who keep our taxes reduced, we call them carers. They're doing a valiant service to society out of love and devotion. These people oftentimes need to be considered and have the field leveled for them as well. And what are they basically asking for at best? Usually it is some flex time. A little bit of adjustable time so that they can take care of something during the day with those with whom they care. Flex time is a standard in most businesses. A line supervisor has been empowered by the Disabilities Discrimination Act of 2005 to level the field, to get the most production out of their people. Flex time is one of those tools. Allowing people to work from home is just another tool in the basket. Making adjustments at the workstation is just a tool. Sometimes it's just redefining the environment. I once worked with a woman who had asthmatic issues, and what they did in her situation is they asked everyone who worked at her workstation to please not wear fragrances. Not a big adjustment for most people, but the fact that when they did wear some odors, it was just overpowering and would set her into an asthmatic spasm. Simple adjustment, everybody understood, but what happened? We had a chance to have a hidden disability become known. The acceptance was there, the compassion was allowed to come through, everybody incorporated the idea that they could work with this employee. But here's what was amazing to me. This was an organization with 300 employees, because this one group took on the task, we will not wear any colognes or scented items for this one employee. People in other departments said, maybe we have people who are like that in our department. Pretty soon, you would see a sign that came on, welcome to Douglas County Mental Health, a scent-free zone. Established by the employees themselves to assist those who were hiding with a disability, a challenge, if you will. And that's all it takes is minor adjustments. And it takes that whole societal idea of inclusion. Let's take everybody in. Compassion, awareness, sharing, caring. Basic traits, things that we need, things that we require. Now, ladies and gentlemen, wouldn't it be a pity? Wouldn't it be a shame if we as a society said we cannot include those who are challenged? Aren't we richer today for Dr. Stephen Hawking, physically challenged? Where would we be today if Sir Richard Branson, dyslexic, was shunned? None of his ideas accepted. Even Stevie Wonder, sight challenged. Are we better off because of their contributions? And who would say they haven't contributed? Everybody has a right to contribute. We just need to level the field. Now I want to thank Sally and Nicole for inviting me to come in today to share with you. This is a great event. I appreciate being here. But I have one more thing I'd like to say. This is what I'd like to say in conclusion. Line managers, you are empowered to find your employees who are in hiding. You are empowered to bring in the light of day into their lives and level the field so that their production will increase and productivity will soar in quantifiable terms. You're doing a good job now. But we know that every time a good job is done, a greater job is possible. And our mission is to strive for excellence. Excellence in management and to get the excellence out of our employees. Thank you.